Hello everyone and welcome to my Hip Hop Gossip For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Rich homeboy Quan's reason for death governed an inadvertent excess by clinical inspector. The reason for Rich home slice Quan's demise has been affirmed. As indicated by the Fulton Region Clinical Inspector's Office on Tuesday, the rapper passed on from an unplanned medication glut. As per TMZ, the report referenced a combination of substances being in his framework, including fentanyl, alprazolam, codeine, promethazine, and THC. Quan, whose genuine name is Daquan Devontae Lamar, died at only 34 on September 5. There were no indications of injury, the power source additionally noted. Boozy Badass and Jacquees were among quick to offer their appreciation. Always remember yo, grin, the way talked, obviously yo, music, the Rod Rouge local composed through Twitter. In the meantime, Quavo shared a legacy photograph of Migos, Youthful Hooligan, and Quan, trailed by him indicating a compromise with Offset. The sort of way a craftsman's family told individuals, while he leaves us with a certain opening in our souls, we are support by knowing his music and victorious soul lives on. Quan's heritage will be for the rest of time established as a soundtrack to our lives. Also, for this, we are appreciative. Festivity of life subtleties will be shared soon. Much obliged to you to everybody for your caring words and backing at this troublesome time. A burial service was held in School Park, Georgia on September 17, with executioner Mike and D.C. Youthful Fly conveying discourses. That very day, Quan's family dropped his most memorable post-mortem track, Melody Cry, on streaming stages. It's still hanging out there whether it's an oddball or part of a future task, yet the trance-like Statemaker's father, Corey Lamar, guaranteed fans that they won't keep his music locked away. We had recently finished a 20 or 25 melody venture, and we were currently planning 2 video shoots off our undertaking, the dad said in a meeting with WSB Television. When he gets in a mode to record, those melodies become old to him, and when they become old, he needs to zero in on the new stuff. Rich homeboy Quan's reason for death uncovered. Rich homeboy Quan passed on from an excess in the wake of consuming a few medications, including fentanyl, as per another report from TMZ. The Fulton Province Clinical Inspector in Georgia is purportedly administering his demise a mishap after fentanyl, alprazolam, codeine, and promethazine were undeniably tracked down in his framework. Moreover, there were no indications of injury on his body when police found it. The famous Atlanta rapper passed on back on September 5 at 34 years old. Lamar's better half, Golden Williams, says she saw Quan snoozing on the lounge chair on the morning of his passing prior to taking her child to school. Whenever she got back, she minded him and saw his body was cold, so, all things considered, she dialed 911. While on scene, I noticed no treachery. Mr. Lamar didn't give off an impression of being ready, cognizant, or breathing, the answering official wrote in his report, as gotten by Fox 5 Atlanta. Ms. Williams exhorted me that Mr. Lamar had no clinical or hidden infections. The Fulton District Clinical Inspector's report comes after Quan's Domain delivered the music video for his most memorable post-mortem tune, Melody Cry, on Monday. It includes the late rapper getting more profound than expected while film from his new burial service plays. Yes, this one here private, he says in the introduction. I know a great deal of my melodies, you all don't take serious as it were, however I need you all to turn this one up. His home kept the monstrous help down on September 17, inviting executioner Mike, D.C. Youthful Fly, and more to come off for recognition. Rich homeboy Quan dead at 34. Annihilating news has raised a ruckus around town Bounce World today as it was uncovered that Rich home slice Quan has died at 34 years old. The news started breaking on Twitter because of a report from Thugger Daily. In general, Thugger Daily has been detailing from the Youthful Hooligan preliminary, so normally, fans saw legitimacy to the report. Nonetheless, many were likewise doubtful considering Thugger Daily is certainly not an authority source. Word started to spread online with fans communicating doubt, all while asking that Rich home slice Quan would be alright. In this way, Boozy Badass took to Twitter where he affirmed the news. Adam22 likewise put out a message that affirmed that the craftsman had passed. Since the reports of his passing, various specialists and fans the same have taken to Twitter where they have given their sympathies. Also, many are in finished shock over this news. It was only 2 or 3 days prior that fans were thinking back about his music and discussing what a remarkable ability he was. Tear-rich home slice Quan. Decimating news has raised a ruckus around town bounce world today as it was uncovered that rich homeboy Quan has died at 34 years old. The news started breaking on Twitter because of a report from Thugger Daily. Generally, Thugger Daily has been announcing from the youthful hooligan preliminary, so normally, fans saw legitimacy to the report. Nonetheless, many were likewise distrustful considering Thugger Daily is definitely not an authority source. Word started to spread online with fans communicating incredulity all while imploring that rich homeboy Quan would be okay. In this way, Boozy Badass took to Twitter where he affirmed the news. Adam22 likewise put out a message that affirmed that the craftsman had passed. Since the reports of his passing, various specialists and fans the same have taken to Twitter where they have given their sympathies. Furthermore, many are in finished shock over this news. It was only several days prior that fans were thinking back about his music and discussing what an excellent ability he was. Understand more, rich homeboy Quan calls Lil Woody a liar when gotten some information about scandalous barbershop shooting. Rich homeboy Quan was cherished by fans. Bits of gossip about how he died have started flowing. In any case, none of it has been affirmed or 100% confirmed. Regardless, this is a horrendous misfortune for his family and the hip jump local area overall. The craftsman will unquestionably be recalled affectionately for his commitments to music and the delight he brought to such countless individuals. The responses via virtual entertainment to his passing demonstrate what an amazing figure he genuinely was. This is right now a creating story and a portion of the specific subtleties and conditions stay hazy. By and large, we urge our perusers to be constant out there. Deception spreads quick and unraveling genuine from fake is significant. Besides, our heart goes out to rich home slice Quan's loved ones during this very troublesome time. Beyoncé shows off her Benz for clothing-clad Levi's pants mission. Beyoncé is following up a bourbon brand send-off with considerably more brand joint efforts to spread cattle rustler Carter across mainstream society. This time around, it's a Levi's organization as a business that reproduces one of the famous denim organization's most notable ads. Obviously, this is the first of different promotion recordings they will cooperate on. In this one, she takes motivation from a 1985 promotion in which a male model takes his pants off and stonewashes them with rocks at a laundromat. Sovereign Bae trades the stones out for jewels in this one and exposes her clothing as spectators' jaws hit the floor. Be that as it may, even without every one of these extracurriculars, a great deal of fans communicated frustration as of late over how Beyoncé didn't get her due blossoms for Cowpoke Carter. For instance, individuals' Decision Nation grants didn't give her any honors in spite of her 17 designations, and many felt that individuals came up short with this one. Whether or not you think the collection became exaggerated or not, its prosperity and effect might have justified